Alyssa, I wanted to know, on a night like tonight when you turn more into a scorer than we're used to seeing, is that just based on how they're defending you on the other side, or what makes you decide to focus more on offense versus facilitating as much as you normally do?
It's playoff time. We kind of went through a little drought, and this is what I live for. Playoffs is what I'm waiting for all season long, and that's my game. I can hit you scoring, rebounding, assisting, and in that moment, my team needed me to score, and that's what I went out there and did. Over here.
Question for Alyssa. Usually we're used to seeing DiJonai lock up and put the straps on, but you had a moment yourself in the third quarter where you locked up and caused a shot clock violation. Could you talk about the defensive effort that you put in on that side of the ball?
Yeah, I've been on the all-defensive team multiple times for a reason, and in that moment, I like to mess around with Nay and do her little thing just to have fun, but just a huge moment for us, and getting a shot clock violation, and anytime you get anything like that, it just gives your team even more momentum, and it got our fans going as well, so just a lot of fun out there.
Maggie? Oh, sorry. Dom, and then Maggie.
You could both kind of speak to it, but how has Marina fit in with the team coming in the middle of the season, late in the season? Obviously, she's got someone who seemed to want to have the ball in a big spot as much as anyone. She had a big shot tonight. So how has she fit in, and how has she become maybe a little bit of an difference maker for y'all?
We knew she was going to be a difference maker for us. Part of the reason why we went out and got her. She's a different guard for us that can create and is not scared of the moment. And, unfortunately, Ty goes down with the ankle injury. But to have somebody like her off the bench that comes in and she's a bucket. And, we were honored to play harder defense. And she goes out there and does that for us as well. And she's just come in and been a great teammate and has done whatever has needed to be done, whether it's come off the bench, be in the starting role, and definitely happy to have her on our side.
Mike.
Also for you, AT, you said before you see a lot of yourself in DiJonai. You've been here you've been here for the past 4 years. What's it been like to see her get MIP, especially only 4 years into the league?
A huge moment. We've been on her over her entire career just because we know what she's been capable of, and I think this is just a moment that shows just the beginning of what she's capable of. We've always had the utmost belief in her, and just a cool moment just to see her, get the recognition that she deserves, and this is just the beginning for her.
Noah?
And also for DiJonai, just on winning that award, what did it mean to you? And then the second part of that is Veronica Burden obviously had a bigger role tonight than usual. I saw you were kind of celebrating with her after the game. What did you tell her, and kind of what was it like to see someone who normally doesn't play as many minutes have such a pivotal role in a win tonight?
Yeah, it's always exciting to have, your hard work and all those things recognized, but also, shout out to my team because the position that we're in allows me to be able to garner awards like that, finishing at the top half of the league. And then with V's ready every time whenever her number is called, whether it's for 2 minutes, whether it's for 25 minutes, it doesn't matter. And she's been on the all-defensive team in college, and she knows that that's one of her roles on this team is to pick up and to guard people 94 feet, and I think she did an amazing job of that, especially. And then on the offensive side, she was aggressive today, and we needed that. We really did. She had to step up. Like AT said, Ty's down right now, and other people had to step up between her, Liv, Marina. Like, they had to step up, and they did that.
This question's for both of you. There's been a lot of noise across the country heading into this series and before each game, but for each tip-off, from each tip-off to the final whistle, the Sun have been locked in, professional, and taking care of business. What does it say to the professionality of this team that you've been able to shut out the noise?
Honestly, it's been a lot of nonsense. I think in my 11-year career, I've never experienced the racial comments from the Indiana Fever fan base. We had her face on a serious matter that happen in this world, and it's unacceptable, honestly. And there's no place for it, and we've been professional throughout the whole entire thing, but I've never been called the things that I've been called on social media, and there's no place for it. And you know, basketball is headed in a great direction, but nah, we don't want fans that are going to degrade us and call us racial names. I mean, we already see what's happening in the world and what we have to deal with in that aspect. And you know, we come to play basketball for our job and it's fun, but we don't want to go to work every day and have social media blown up over things like that. It's uncalled for, and something needs to be done, whether it's, you know, them checking their fans or this league checking. There's no time for it anymore.
Azar and then Gabby.
Hey, this question is for DiJonai. For your fan base and for young girls that follow you and your fan base that's been following you from day one, I mean, they see, you know, the way you play, you know, the swag, the outfits, your personality. But can you speak to what they don't see behind the scenes that put you in that spotlight today, that people noticed you were the most improved player tonight?
I think it's just like I've had a journey to get to this position, from high school to now, just all the injuries, the year-long rehabs. Like, unless you go through it, injuries like that, like, you really don't understand what it takes to get you out of those places. And so, like, whenever I'm on the court and whenever I'm playing, I literally think back to those days in rehab, those days in physical therapy and all those things. Just wanting to be able to stand up, wanting to be able to bend, wanting to be able to, you know, straighten your leg, just like the little things. And I think it makes you play with a greater sense of urgency, a greater passion. Just, I mean, you see I'm out there, I'm having fun. Like, I love basketball and I know it's like to have it taken away. And so I think that that's the biggest thing for me, is that every single time I'm out there, like, I'm gonna go 150%. And I think that that's what they've seen over the years since I've been with Connecticut.
DiJonai, so recently you had told me that you recently told me that you didn't think you were going to win Most Improved Player. So what was your initial reaction to winning the award?
Yeah, I literally didn't. I'm gonna check these out. But no, I definitely didn't think so, and not because I didn't think I deserved it, just because, I mean, Connecticut, we don't get the love and the hype and stuff that we, I think, deserve and have earned. That's first. And second, I've never really like won awards before. I've never been an All-American besides like academically, which I guess is cool too, but I've never been an All-American. I've never like been Player of the Year for the conference, like, you know, different things in college. And so it was just something that I don't get my hopes up for, I guess, more so, for awards and things like that, because you never want to be let down. And so when it did happen, I was super, super surprised. They were like, Kathy wants to call you, and I'm like, oh my God, what did I tweet this time? But it was good, because Jen didn't tell me it was for something good. But yeah, I was just excited. I was at home, and it was a special moment to share.
Doug?
AT, I know you don't know who you're playing next, but you do have a couple days to rest, recover, recuperate. What's it going to take to win that next series, whether it's Minnesota or Phoenix for you guys?
Yeah, first I'm just proud that we finally got it done and won a 3-game series. You know, yeah, we finally locked in and, you know, took advantage of home court advantage. But we're ready. I mean, I think we're tested tonight, and you know, it wasn't pretty, but that's the nature of playoffs, and we pulled out a gutsy win. But this team is hungry. We're ready. As you can see, you know, our bench, everyone on our bench is contributing as well, and yeah, we're just having a lot of fun, and we're ready for what the playoff journey is going to unfold.
Cece?
Nay, you know, you're on lockdown season, seatbelt season this year. First, who gave you the name? Where did it come from? And who is on your Mount Rushmore for defensive players?
I can't answer the last question, but the seatbelt thing was like me and Ty's little joke for the beginning of the season. I think we actually had a presser here early on in the season, and she had mentioned it like in seatbelt season. And then like the click it or ticket, my brother, he came up with that one. So shout out to them. But yeah, we kind of just ran with it. And I don't have a Mount Rushmore. Sorry.
Taking questions on Zoom. Let's start with Nathan.
Hey, question for DiJonai. What did you take away from this team's collective defensive assignments, which forced the Fever to heavily rely on the main three scorers who fell short tonight?
I think everybody stepped up, like defensively. We forced them into tough shots, whether it was shot clock violations or whether it was just, last second heaves. I think Marina did a great job when people tried to ISO her. Veronica, obviously, I had already mentioned that. Liv stepped up huge, and then you know what you're going to get from AT and DB every day. And so I think it was just a complete team effort defensively. We obviously had our laps and things that we struggled on, whether it was rotations or coverages, but I think we stepped up when we needed to.
And last question from Kevin.
Good evening, and congratulations, DiJonai, on Most Improved. This question is actually for AT. As the leader of this front court, how proud of you are you for Olivia Nelson, a daughter who tallied 24 minutes and had a really good defensive assignment on both Meg Benlade and Aaliyah Boston? How proud of you of her development this year, and what are you looking forward to moving forward as you move forward into the semifinals?
Yeah, we're super proud of Liv. She had huge minutes and moments down the stretch, and just credit to her growth. Last year she kind of got thrown into the fire with Bree's injury, and she stuck with it. And we're super hard on her at times, but from the moment she stepped on the court, she was locked in, and that's what it's gonna take. And like we told her, we're super proud, and this is just the beginning for Liv, and she's just going to continue to get better and better each and every time she steps onto the floor.
Thank you, Liv.